201 to 300 consciousness and self-improvement in the new era. 201. The world is faultless, all faults lie within us. 202. Only gods can distinguish right from wrong, Tao judges our merits and demerits. 203. If you are sincere and genuine, then you will get what you want. If you have a worried and unsettled frame of mind, then you will get what you try to avoid. 204. Let nature take its course, do not hold inordinate ambitions, everything has merits and demerits, do not pursue perfection, when surrounded by 1,000 rivers, drink only enough to quench your thirst. 205. Difficulties are overcome by easy things, great things are accomplished by the details. 206. Examine yourself when alone in silence, never accuse others' faults during chats, it is better to be righteous but poor than evil but abundant. 207. Tiny differences in the beginning lead to great differences in the end. 208. Man cannot conquer nature but can only comply with it. Man cannot resist nature but can only follow it. 209. Everything in nature is born to be itself. If born as a blade of grass, be a blade of grass happily, do not strive to be a peony. 210. To follow the old routine and stick to traditions is useless and painful. It is better to open one's mind and embrace new ways. 211. A whisper in the mortal world can be a rumble of thunder in heaven. Evil done secretly is as recognizable to God as a flash of lightning in his eyes. 212. Teaching how to catch fish is better than giving fish. Offering work is better than giving things. 213. Think whimsically. Only unconventional thinking can lead people to the bright way and bring peace and happiness into the world. 214. Who is freer and happier, a king or a beggar? It is the one who knows and understands themselves. 215. The value of one's existence is proportional to the number of people who they serve. The more people one serves, the greater their value will be. 216. If you have a good nature, then you are good even if you seem evil. If you have an evil nature, then you are evil even if you seem good. 217. The acme of good writing is nothing special, it is only being just right. The acme of good character is nothing unusual, it is only being one's natural self. 218. Follow the founder instead of the rules. Future generations must follow the rules that were laid down, not new leaders. 219. Do not try to change or transform others, that is, to disparage yourself and burn your fingers. Change yourself if you cannot tolerate them. 220. Those who love fame, power, status, etc. the most, spend the most. Those who hoard money, treasure, properties, etc. the most, lose the most. 221. Without noble thoughts, we are animals. 222. If your surroundings depress you, then escape. Escaping is the best solution to unpleasant surroundings. 223. Think about it. Are you living or only surviving? Life is worthless if it is only for survival. 224. Beware the devil sneaking into your mind. 225. An excellent person who is inharmonious with the whole will be eliminated. Those who are excellent must always remain vigilant. 226. Do not entrust people with all your hope, they change. 227. Trust yourself is the opinion of fools. 228. Sneaky hearsay is not good news. Messages concerned with spirits, deities, fortunes, and disasters are bad ones. 229. Beware. Weeds grow wildly on free land, remember, never overstep. 230. Habits, knowledge, and history are the three main hindrances to innovation. 231. Fixed mindset is the biggest obstacle to the progress of human civilization. 232. Be alert to not let reality destroy you. 233. In joy, a person can achieve their best state of mind and their most beautiful soul. 234. Only when everyone's qualities of sincerity, kindness, beauty, love, faith, and honesty in their inner worlds are inspired from within, can a warm and harmonious world be created. 235. The greatest oceans receive the most rivers, the most open minds generate the greatest thoughts. 236. Think more about others' strengths and advantages than about their weaknesses and shortcomings. Think more about your weaknesses and shortcomings while not flaunting your strengths and advantages. 237. Reality is the projection of one's own consciousness. Transform yourself rather than complaining about your reality. 238. One's consciousness determines their life. One's life determines their existence. 239. All human contradictions and conflicts arise from energy contentions, even quarrels between married couples. 240. The more love you release, the more energy you have. The less love you release, the less energy you have. 241. Those who grow the fastest have the shortest lifespans, therefore do not pursue speed in life and avoid shortcuts. 242. A person's quality lies in their details, not only in their words, but also in how they implement their deeds. 243. First impressions are the most genuine. If one's first impression is bad, then it will rarely improve over time. 244. What seems real is unreal. What seems unreal is actually real. 245. The more administrators a group has, the more complicated things will become and the more oppressed and exploited the frontline workers will be. 246. The more you possess, the more trouble you have. Something superfluous might cost your life. 247. Some books, people, and environments can transform the corrupt into magic. Some thoughts, consciousnesses, and words can rapidly uplift one's realm of mind. An opportunity and a conversation can change a person's life trajectory completely. 248. All awareness and experience acquired without thinking and comprehension is knowledge, while the ability of solving problems is wisdom. 249. Everything has its limit, and when that limit is exceeded, it will be transformed into something else. Therefore, be sure to keep things in moderation. 250. With the sole power from the greatest creator, mountains will flourish with trees, water will brim with fish and turtles, the heavens will bring pleasant weather, the earth will abound with a wide variety of life forms, and humans will exude endless charm. 251. Without a good program system as its guarantor, goodwill and dedication will vanish like soap bubbles. Creating a good production and life program is of great importance. Moral preaching alone does not work. 252. Avoid those who idle about. They will not offer constructive ideas, only gossip. 253. Beauty dwells in symmetry and proportion. It also dwells in simple and unsophisticated minds. 254. Every knack is deeper than the sea, so we should admire the spirit of craftsmanship. 255. The more that people look up to you, the more important it is to remain humble and sober-minded. The higher your position is, the more important it is to return to your roots from time to time and remain modest and cautious. Otherwise, you will never be far from disasters. 256. It is only when the people at the bottom of society have dignity that the nation will have dignity. 257. Those who help others help themselves. Those who harm others harm themselves. Those who cheat others cheat themselves. If you cannot understand this principle, then you are ignorant and have a blind soul. 258. The energy level of food is related to the eater's mental attitude. Being grateful for it is necessary to derive the maximum energy and nutrients from it. 259. To be truly noble, you must always be humble. The bright road sometimes looks dark and the road leading forward sometimes curves backward. 260. If you concentrate on an occurrence or phenomenon for a long enough time, then you will see what others do not see in it. 261. For the same goal, when the ways of achieving it are different, the results will be different. 262. The more you contribute, the more you will be paid. Your contributions will always be rewarded justly. 263. Never do anything that is not worth doing. 264. Attach more importance to values than to relationships. In this way, the later will not cheat you. 265. We meet when fate brings us together and we part when we are meant to separate. Never mourn or regret the beginning or ending of any predestined relationship. 266. Say yes when the answer is yes and no when the answer is no. Do not say yes when it is no or no when it is yes. 267. Frank and honest relationships expend the least effort to maintain. 268. Ordinary people live ordinary lives. Live an ordinary life with a quiet and peaceful heart. Everything begins with the ordinary. The truth of life is hidden within it. 269. No matter what method is used or what excuse is given, to damage, snatch, steal, occupy, or defraud anyone of their property is definitely a crime. 270. Labor and creation are the sources of happiness. True happiness comes from giving them selflessly. 271. Everything should be dealt with on the principle of least resistance. 272. A clean person will not be spurned. The cleaner a place is, the less garbage will be dumped. The dirtier a place is, the more garbage will be dumped. 273. If you are unwilling to surrender your attachments and prejudices, then you are like a piece of rotten wood that is unlikely to be carved into a great statue. One's stubbornness and unwillingness to alter their opinions is the highest mountain to cross. Afflictions and dread come from unbending consciousnesses. 274. Without enthusiasm and passion, one should never expect to taste the delicious in the world. 275. Those who maintain excellence in everything they do will eventually be rewarded generously. Those who are careless and slack in everything will never see the light of the day. 276. Good players use their consciousnesses to create more enjoyable games. Poor players become played by the realities they see, which are only illusions. 277. Those who do not play are mere eating machines, working tools, moving objects, and walking corpses. 278. Everything is an illusion, only sensations are real. 279. Collective living is the best monastery in which to dwell and self-cultivate. 280. Sincerity needs to exchange with sincerity, never take it as dung and dirt. 281. If we do not look back, we will never hear the noise from the secular world. 282. Flirtation is beneficial to one's physical and mental health, to the harmony of relationships, and to the sublimation of one's life quality. 283. Never degrade from the noble way in order to satisfy temporary desires. 284. Excessive punishment is injurious to the harmony and stability of a society. 285. Open your heart so joy can flow. 286. Unless a life serves the greatest creator, nature, and other lives, it has no real value. 287. A gossiper must lead the role of gossiping. One who follows them is an absolute troublemaker. 288. Being misunderstood is one's own fault. 289. Those who pry into and spread other people's privacy are not good people. 290. Cut down your futility, superfluous words, and useless acts, but inlay your jewels, time and energy to the crown. 291. Wallowing in the past is tantamount to chronic suicide. 292. Passivity always lurks the crisis of being eliminated. 293. The mortal world is deep and endless, just as layers of cobwebs. Only those who are able to rise above it do not end up as spider goblins. 294. A pitiful person must have something to be hated. 295. It is a man's shame to be pitied and sympathized by others. 296. Never stop advancing until your goal is reached. 297. As a human being, one must live their life to the fullest. Life is but a dream. All changing things are as transient as fleeting clouds. To feel and experience life fully leaves one with no regrets. 298. Being decadent is weakening one's power and searching for death. 299. The longest distance between 2 points is a straight line. The shortest distance is a curved arc. Therefore, never fear mistakes and setbacks. 300. Ask yourself often, have I gone the wrong way?